What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode. Back in the saddle, studio, whatever the you want to call it. But we're back here and we're bringing you more content because that's what we love to do. And we love to give away free because let's be real, that's what content is, right? It's free. Doesn't take you much time to watch it. And hopefully I bring you enough joy and entertainment. And to be fair, I'm growing inside of this as well, right? Becoming more loose, showing a little bit more of my personality, and trying to enjoy the process along with you as we grow this thing. I've been in different locations. So far, this is my favorite spot to sit. It's very comfortable. I'm able to think clearly, and I'm able to bring you all the content that I possibly can without If you're new to the channel, man, we appreciate you. Please hit that subscribe button. Why the hell not, man? We're trying to get ourselves to 1,000 and then beyond, right? Obviously. So it takes a village for us to get there, and we appreciate the people who have been here already. While you're at it, smash that like button. Give us some love. Help that algorithm. It's greatly appreciated. I hope you guys are having a tremendous day. Okay, today, I want to talk. I came across this problem yesterday, and it really pissed me off. And I felt the need to come on here and talk to you guys about it. And you know me, I'm not Mr. Whiteboard. I don't give you numbers. I'm not sitting here reading off a teleprompter or my phone or anything like that. I'm sitting in front of a camera and I get a chance to talk to you guys, and hopefully you guys get something from it. And for those of you who don't, I'm sorry. If you have a topic or something you want to hear me talk about, or maybe a way you want me to tell it, leave a comment below. I mean, I'm all for growth, right? That's what life is all about. But if you don't put nothing there, I can't provide you with the you want to watch, right? So, you know, part of it is I'm going to give you what I feel, because I don't really care that much, but I do care, and so I do want to hear what you guys have to say. I've taken a lot of people's comments and turned them into content for you to watch. So on this one, I want to tell you guys about a job I went to yesterday. Now, this goes for a lot of buildings, but this one in particular really pissed me off, and I'm going to explain to you why, and I'm going to go through it. Now, this is a two-pipe steam system, which we don't have many. Most of the steam systems like our company in particular comes across are one-pipe steam, but this is a two-pipe steam system, and I don't even know how many units it is, but I can tell you that it's like multiple football fields wide. I think it's pretty much there's two 250 horsepower or 300 horsepower boilers that cover an entire Bronx city block. So it is tremendous. You walk down the hallway and you think you're at the end. You're not at the end. You got to keep going. It's that type of building. To their credit, which I've explained to a lot of people throughout the years, they've dug up and repaired return lines in the past. And instead of filling them back up with dirt and having to dig them up 10 years later, they did what I suggest to a lot of people where it's not living space, is to put a 1/4 inch of steel grating over it. So this way, in the future, if you get a steam leak, return line leak, uncover it, dig around the pipe, fix the pipe, keep it moving, right? So it couldn't be really that much easier than what they have. But with that being said, this is my second winter working on this particular building. And when I first got the contract, I remember walking in and saying, man, this is going to be good. You know, this is 2 boilers. This is a system we work on. Always a little bit to learn with 2-pipe compared to 1-pipe, but whatever. That's the business. You know, we're always learning. We always have to open up the books and learn more and study and stuff, and also bounce things off of other people. So that's all well and good, and I didn't really care, and I was super hyped to be there. They gave us all this maintenance when we first went there. We were doing preventative maintenance, and I'm like, man, this may be a really good contract, because they seem like they really want to do the work. So the beginning stages were great. Then comes the winter. Now they have multiple buildings in this like 2 or 3 block radius, and we visited all of them. One of them was double trapped, and they were getting condensate overflowing the tank. Conversation for another day. I'm pretty sure I actually did a long form video on that like early on in the channel, when like we really started ramping it up. So you could probably go find that video. With that being said, last winter I went to this particular building, walked the building, found, don't quote me on this, I think 5 pretty major return line leaks. They were losing thousands and thousands and thousands of gallons in the system. And as a company, nobody hands me a check and says, okay, I need this to cover, you know, whatever repairs. Never happens. It's not my business. My business is usually walk the building, find the problem, let them know the problem, give them the price of what it costs for me to do it, and then they usually make a choice to do something, whether they use us or they don't. But that is part of the problem. So last year, I told them about return line leaks. I also wrote up a laundry list of a bunch of other things they needed, and in that list, they pick and chose what things they wanted us to do and what things they were going to handle themselves. Which basically means to me they hired another plumber to fix their repairs. It's not my money to spend, so I can't tell somebody else how to spend their money, but when I'm dealing with a system issue, I like to be in control. And it's not because I'm a control freak by any stretch. I'm not. Trust me when I tell you I'm not. But when I have control over how it's being repaired and how we're balancing it out, then I can take responsibility for things when things go south. And that's just how I feel about it. So the minute somebody else comes in and they start doing the work that I feel I should be doing, not that I have feelings, I don't really give a shit. That's what they choose to do, that's what they choose to do. But there does come a time when you spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours in a building and you keep going through this laundry list and explaining to this said customer how many things need to be changed and the work that needs to be done, and them sitting on their hands and not doing anything. Like, you kind of have to make a decision whether you're going to pull the plug, continue to put band-aids on a gaping wound. I actually made a post about this on my other social media platforms this morning, that basically you're putting a band-aid where you really need stitches. All right? And I'm sure you guys understand that metaphor, but thing is bleeding out all over the place. And like in the boiler room itself, the manhole cover on top of this big steel boiler's pissing steam out. The relief valve's pissing steam out. So 2 boilers, one on the right, pissing steam everywhere, having a hard time maintaining pressure, losing a shit ton of water. I think by the time I got to the building it was like 11 a.m. yesterday, and already they had lost 8,000 gallons. Not 800 gallons, 8,000 gallons of fresh water being pumped into the boilers and into the system. Now, for any of you guys that are boiler guys, you're already thinking to yourself, holy that's a lot of water. And anybody that's dealt with steam boilers or steel boilers, steam and steel, know that fresh water is going to eviscerate these boilers. And it'll happen in short order if we're really burning 8,000 gallons a day. Now, I'm not sure overall what's going on, but I walked the building, and I didn't walk the whole building yesterday. I walked like a quarter of the building, and right away I found 4 return line leaks. Now, they were repairing one. I don't know what they're doing. I had told him about the manhole. I was going to send my welder there. First he told me yes, then he told me no. Then they want to send their own welder. Then I'm arguing with him about the relief valve. Finally, he gave me the go-ahead to change the relief valve. So hopefully, in due time, they're going to fix the manhole cover, and that boiler is going to stop bleeding out steam everywhere, which is its own problem. Now, let's talk about the system as a whole. We got steam leaks all over the place. We got steam traps that haven't been taken care of. We have individual steam traps on the radiators that haven't been touched in 5 years. And 5 years is not even that bad compared to the age of the building. I had thought when I spoke to the guy that it was going to be like, 50 years. But okay, at least they were part of a program in like 2020, they said, where they came in and changed the individual steam traps. But these little individual steam traps, as far as I know from the manufacturer, and don't quote me on this, because I do speak out of pocket sometimes, are supposed to be at the very least maintenance once a year. So you got to clean the bellows and make sure that the opening and closing of this said steam trap is working the way it's supposed to, because you got steam and condensate going through this radiator, and that's how the system works. So if it clogs up and it ain't working, guess what? No heat at that radiator, right? Then all the condensate is backing up and blah, 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 and so on, so on, and so forth. And it's just a mess. So if I have 300-400 apartments in this building, which it is possible, but again, don't quote me on it. Think about all the things I just said to you. And I didn't even really get into the nuts and bolts of the system, because they don't want to go further. And manager made it very clear to me, which is not his fault, because he's kind of the middleman too. He made it very clear to me that they don't want to put the investment into the building. So at some point, I have to make a decision also. Do I want to keep being the guy who goes there first? Do I want to keep being the guy who figures out the problem? Do I want to be the guy who gives them the list of things that need to be done so he can just give that list to somebody else? On top of that, give them my price so now they can beat my price? Yeah, I'm pausing for a reason, because it drives me nuts. And I know this is the business, but it's also my knowledge, and it's my years in the business. So I can do the same thing. So I said to the guy, how about you send another company next time, let them write you a laundry list of what you need, let them put a price on it, you hand me the list, and I'll see what I can do. Because I get tired, honestly. I don't want to use my 16 years in the business and then also years that other people have in the business and bouncing things off each other to help understand systems and understand problems, because I don't know everything. And you guys have heard me say this many times. There's zero ego on this side of the camera. I don't really give a f***. I ask a lot of questions. I read a lot of books. Dan Holohan, whether you like them or don't, doesn't matter. The books are amazing, and they're like encyclopedias of heat. So I reference them all the time. It's okay. Not every person knows every and I'm not supposed to. You should continuously educate yourself. But with all that being said, I am the guy willing to do that, right? Like I told you guys on that other building, I helped them out with a major problem. They went through 4 condensate tanks over a 10-year span because they were pumping fresh water into those things and they were rotting out. And nobody could figure out what was wrong. And finally, after doing some research, after going back so many times and understanding the system, I fixed the problem for them. But at the same time, I don't need to be the guy who does all the legwork for somebody else to give it away. And yes, this is kind of like a ranting and video a little bit, as much as it is understanding the system. But if you're watching this, you gotta protect your own ego. It's not really the ego. It's like, I protect my time, right? It's the middle of the winter here in New York City. I think yesterday was 27 degrees. It's cold. I got other clients that need my expertise and my time. So why do I keep giving my time? Why do you keep giving your time to somebody who really doesn't respect it? That at the end of the day, when you come, you say, you need this, and you need that, and you need this, and you need that, and then you go back the next year, and it's the same song and dance every single year. You got a mixing valve in the back of the boiler. Pipe's been dripping water on the floor for 3 years, 2 years. And I've written up, and I've written up, and I've written up, and I've sent at least 3 proposals, and nothing has happened. So, again, this is a long rant. I hope you watched it to the end, but I want you to learn something from it, right? Like, I'm not just ranting for the reason that you guys are watching it to you. It's to teach you lessons, right? At the end of the day, everything I come on here and talk about is a lesson that you can learn so you can avoid it. I'm taking my experience that I took my money out of my pocket to pay my guys. I had 2 guys at the job as well. So it was 3 people from my company at this job trying to fix their problem to have this happen. So at the end of the day, this is all lessons, right? I never come on here just to I can do that to anybody. I can call my business partner. I can talk to my guys. I can complain to anybody I want. I can go to therapy if I want to. I don't come on this video for you to watch it, to sit and listen to me. I tell it to you as a learning experience. You understand that your knowledge and your time that you've put in over the years is valuable, and you should never let anybody take that from you. So now I'm at that point where when these times come to put the bill out, normally I would charge for a service call, or if they were to give me the bigger work, a lot of times I would just roll this one up or roll it into the price. I gotta bang them over the for my 4 hours at the job, helping them figure out what the problem is. And the truth is, and I told the manager the same thing, and you watching this probably know, that no band-aid I put on this system is gonna make it work right. No band-aid I put is gonna make it use less water. So I know that already. And I have to be mindful and boisterous to the customer to let them know that it doesn't matter if I do this, there's still this that isn't done. And when you're dealing with steam, unfortunately, it's a balancing act. And once everything is working right, which is another thing I explained to him yesterday, if you clean or repair or replace the mini steam traps and you flush and check and make sure the steam traps on the bottom of the risers are also working right, and you have no return line leaks, and your makeup tank is in balance with the boiler, and the pumps are all working, and the boiler's working, and everything is set up combustion-wise, you are so harmonious that not only that, you save a of money. And when I told him what I thought the number should be to repair the whole building, he drops his jaw. But the truth is, if you do those things once, and then you put the building on a maintenance plan, guess what? Over the long haul, that money will be right back in your pocket because you're not over there putting Band-Aids constantly. The Band-Aids cost more money. So anyway, rant over, but I want you to learn from this because I think it's and I don't come on here and waste my I'm taking time out of my day to talk to you, not yelling at you. Sorry. I apologize. I'm so frustrated. And it bothers me so much because I take so much pride in what I do and the time that I've put in and the things that I've learned to be able to help people with their problems and help the tenants in the apartments, right? So I hope you get something from these videos. I definitely hope you got something from this video because this is a passion of mine. And some of you guys don't, some of you guys do, but I love this this. I love what I do. I love being able to do this every day. I love being able to talk to my guys about it. I love talking shop. I really do take pride and I joy in doing this every single day. So I appreciate you guys listening. If you stayed this long, once again, hit the subscribe button, man. Smash the like button. Really helps us. You can see I put my heart and soul into this shit. I'm not just some schmuck on here talking to you like this because I don't really want to be here. I love this shit. I'm going to keep shooting videos. I'm going to keep sharing them with you guys. And I see a lot of you guys are getting something from it. It means that much to me to build this thing. And I really love and appreciate you guys. If you have any comments, questions, concerns about this video, drop them down below. I always answer them. I'll be the first one to answer every single one. I never leave one unanswered. Let's talk about it. And if you have any topics or ideas and things you'd like to hear me talk about, also drop that down below. It's greatly appreciated. And I will 100% create that video. I can't tell you when, but I will do it for you. I have a whole list of them that I come on here and I try to spend time. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing day, man. Stay calm, stay cool, love on your families, man. Life is short, enjoy it. I hope you have a great day. Keep crushing it. Peace.